In the zoo, but just a little less zoo, but it's the Tryin Times, episode 3. I'm in a new studio. I'm turning my headphones down. I'm still alone. It's a little weird talking to myself, as we've said, but the whole point of the Tryin Times is to basically try and get people to see that they can do whatever they want and do a little bit more. The blog started back in the pandemic. If you're listening for the first time, it's just dedicated to being a leader, being positive. It's a little bit stoic and creepy, but a little bit humorous and fun also. Doesn't really tie into any particular faith, but you probably will find some if you read a couple of the articles on the Tryin Times. But hey, I'm here in the home studio. Took me a while to get set up, probably about two days. I am on vacay. I took Friday and Monday off with Ray, my fiance, so it's been going very good. We got a lot of fun stuff done yesterday. Found a cool park, shot some buckets in a quiet, sunny, hot field. Rim was just a little bit too small. Beautiful. I cleaned out the back of my car. She hung up her hammock. It's Porch Fest in Buffalo. I'll probably make my way out there. It's usually a good time, Porch Fest. A bunch of people have music pretty much everywhere, all over the Elmwood Village and some of the surrounding areas, but Porch Fest is pretty cool. There's a lot of bands. I'm sure some people have heard of it, but if you're not from Buffalo or you never had one, it's an interesting concept. People can just park and walk or drive around. You usually find a couple on the schedule, kind of like a music festival, but you can find a couple on the schedule that you know you want to see, but that's pretty cool. Might make my way out there. We might hop on the bikes for a little bit, but there's some UFC fights tonight, which is exciting. There is a lot going on in the NBA. Despite a lot less LeBron James, we had to hear about him switching his number. Don't really care. But Izzy versus Vettori tonight. I've been watching Vettori for a little while. I call him Voorhees, but they fought once already. It went. Vettori has gotten better. A lot of the UFC people, they talk highly of him. We'll go over a little bit of that later. But firstly, right off the bat, and a little bit of the algorithm. Just a little update to the Stewed. That is a jersey that I ordered during the Tryin Times. Literally, I ordered that from Bora's Jerseys. Don't know where they are. I think they're in the Philippines. That's where I got the Marcus Smart jersey. We have a little bit of a... Oh, jeez. Back there on the wall. Little Rick and Morty action. Because Morty looks worried and he looks all uncomfortable, and that's how I used to be. And I feel like a lot of people probably are in this world in the Tryin Times. So yeah, we're in the home studio. Don't have a lot of room here, but we make it work. Got a new ring light. It's right there. This is a USB mic, so it's not it might turn out good, but it's probably not going to be quite as good as at the studio. But hey, we're here, so let's enjoy ourselves. Thanks for listening. Like I said many times before, the podcast thing has been a nice part of just becoming a better person and getting better and being as best as we can be, both me and Matt, and it's helped at my day job also. So we're gonna keep the show rolling. So thanks for listening. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll get into predicting the fights tonight. Talk a little bit of NBA and talk a little bit more of just some of my favorite parts of the fights tonight, what to look out for, expectations, predictions, and then we'll just do a quick algorithm at the end. Sound good? Hey there, kiddos. Welcome back to Watching the Zoo. It's great to have you. It's NBA. We're going to check in on the playoffs, give you some of Reg's thoughts, and then we'll do a quick algorithm, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Maybe we'll go ride our bikes or something. Maybe you guys can go get something done with your lives. You know? Maybe go write something. Make a little video. Try something new. I've been trying some new apps. Found a couple new apps. Canva is really easy to learn, and everyone should learn it. That's Canva, Canva. You can make a lot of cool little graphics and stuff on there. But yeah, we're really make this podcast as good as we can. Basically to try... Just make sure we're recording. I think we're still recording. Fuck. Try to eventually make this into a bigger production and have some really significant guests and have people that really change the world and be able to interview. But in order to make some money, we'll have to get some ads. And in order to get some ads, we'll have to have some viewers. And in order to get some viewers, we're going to have some interesting people other than myself. But firstly, I figured I'd start putting some things on the record, getting people to understand that I've got a voice, I've got a good idea of when it comes to sports and being a leader, and I love to write and I love to produce. So we do a lot of this type of stuff at work, and it has helped at work make more money. So we're going to keep doing it, but I'm also going to keep doing some more and more solo stuff and maybe start to get some people to get on the other end and hear their story, because I'm sure, you know, not that people don't like listening to me talk. I like putting stuff on the record. That's the whole point of this. It's kind of building a database of my life. That's a whole nother reason. But we'll save that for another episode. Trying times. So it's the NBA. You're probably wondering what Celtics jersey I have on. This is an official Kyrie Irving Celtics jersey in honor of Kyrie Irving disappearing. And what we didn't mention in Storm of Fists was my boy PJ and my boy Bobby Portis finally got a little physical. They had to do it at home, but hey, the Nets finally lost. I do believe they're probably going to win the series still, but it was nice to see somebody give them a shot and somebody get in their faces, because KD's been talking a lot of shit lately, and not that he hasn't been backing it up with his play, but I mean, I'm just getting a little sick of his attitude. And KryRie really did disappear once it got a little bit aggressive. He tends to disappear when it gets like that, I find. Just seeing what he did when he was on the Celtics. I bought this the night that fucking Paul Pierce's number got retired, and I actually chose Kyrie's jersey. They had Tatum, they had Brown, and I got Kyrie. But hey, it's a memento. It's a reminder of what the Celtics represent. Oh, go on the YouTube and check out. I did a little video about Jason Kidd and why he should be the next head coach of the Celtics. So I sent it to Frosty Bias on Twitter, who he's a Celtics guy, and he's an OG Celtics guy. He's got some pretty classic takes, and he liked it. One person. It only takes one person to like it. But I cut together that little video about Jason Kidd and why he should be the next head coach. That was fun. These new phones, man, you can really rip off a lot of footage. So, been really just trying to capture a lot of footage. Also, did a little video on Ray Brown, the guy from The Replacements. Check that out too. It's pretty funny. Just talks about why he's the most underrated player in sports history, sports movie history. Played all three phases. But yeah, so KryRie took one on the chin. He kind of disappeared. They finally got a win. Giannis airballed. Airballed a free throw and took a 10-second. Man, I've been counting people's 10 seconds. KryRie takes a long time also, but never that long. It was legitimately 10 Mississippis. They're going to lose, though, unless Drew Holiday and Bobby Portis can score like 25 points each. They're not going to have the points between Middleton and Giannis. That'll probably finish around 4-2. Philly finally stepping up a little bit. They got beat bad at home first game, but they're tougher. They have Doc. They'll probably win that series because I just think they're tougher. I just think they've been there before. Trae Young's had an impressive ride, but I don't know. I don't think they can finish. But as you know, I picked them to upset someone, and I don't think the Knicks consider that an upset. I don't think I consider the Knicks an upset. So I did pick the Hawks to upset someone, so they might still take that. That's an exciting one, though. I think that's probably the closest. That's got to be the closest series. And that could go 7. But the Hawks are going to have to play tough, and their bench is going to have to score a lot of points. They've got some injuries. Jazz look very good. Mitchell looks very good. His ankle, apparently he did something, aggravated an injury. That doesn't look too good. But they look great. They're playing just so confident. They really move the ball. They remind me of like the 2010 Celtics when they would just move the ball. And I was listening to James Posey and reminiscing of those days with the Eddie House team, and man, just moving the ball. Watching that Jason Kidd team for the Mavs with Nowitzki and Terry, and just moving the ball. And seeing the Nets even this year moving the ball. Just moving it and letting the basketball gods do the work. But Kevin Durant's been incredible. He really has. He was the only one to respond when Tucker kind of punked him. He responded, which can't say I don't. I respect what he did because he didn't back down, unlike most of his teammates who did back down and they missed some easy shots. Everyone wants to talk about Bruce Brown. Come on. That guy's been making every shot. Give that guy some credit. How about Joe Harris and Shamet? They missed a couple crucial shots. Nobody really talked about them. And how about KryRie? He totally disappeared. He doesn't like confrontation, I'm telling you. He might embarrass you and make you fall down after you talk some shit, but hey, he would probably win the game. Rather take that dub than have him score 50 and lose. Might as well talk some shit and get him to lose the game. It was nice to see him get in his face. Love Tucker. PJ. Beautiful. Beautiful babe. And surprisingly, well, not so surprisingly, as we knew Jamal Murray was hurt. We knew he was not going to be around as he blew his knee. But who would have thought that the Suns would look this good? Booker really maturing. He's starting to look like a little baby Kobe. Even though Tatum looks like Kobe, he's a little bit bigger than Kobe. He's just got a little bit longer of a release, whereas Booker's got that quick trigger. Similar smoothness. He looks awesome, man. and Chris Paul looks awesome. 3 teams with 15 assists with no turnovers. 3 teams, 3 decades. Classic. But I think obviously the Suns will take that, looking like Suns Jazz, which will be a hot series. But who knows? But that's looking that way. And I'm still thinking, the Bucks can win and tie it up, but the East Coast is dependent on these next games. If both teams can tie it up, I mean, we're in 2-3 game series, and we're really fighting at that point. You really hope that the Bucks and the Hawks can tie it up, because then we got 2-3 game series. That'd be sick. But yeah, stay tuned on the NBA. We'll take we don't need to take a break. Let's go right into the algorithm. Yeah, I listen to a lot of music. We'll just do a quickie right here. It's the algorithm. You know what it is. We do the top 5 songs that I've been listening to lately that have got me going. 1, Sixto Rodriguez. If you haven't listened to him, it's summer. It's that time of the year. You're going to hear me say it, talk about him again. One of the best stories of all time. One of the best musicians of all time. Just put on Sugar Man by Sixto Rodriguez because it's summer. Then we have a little bit longer one. There's a full video, or there's a full concert you can watch. But it's Leah Porcelain. It's Lea, and then porcelain, like a porcelain doll. But that's fucking awesome. That, like I said, there's a whole set that you can listen to. It's like 24 minutes long, but that's good. I'm just gonna find it real quick. Sorry. Okay, yeah, KEXP. Sorry. So full performance live on KEXP. Leah Porcelain, they're awesome. The last song, it starts out a little slow, then it cranks up, and then it comes back down, and then the last song's awesome. In a different city. And then we got a special treat. Yeah. Big Business by Trapland Pat. Total character. Love the eyes. Love the teeth. Love the act. Could tell he was probably an athlete because he's kind of jacked. He's not like skinny drugs, He might do some drugs, but he's still at least young and vibrant. So let's keep him that way. Trapland Pat, Big Business. Just, it's lit. And then, the throwback. So before I went on staycation, I was at work and listened to, Republica, Ready to Go. Just an amazing 90s vibe. If you can't tell, obviously there's a lot of 90s stuff. It's because I was a sort of 90s baby, born in 89. So yeah, a lot of music, a lot of weird stuff going on around me when I was a young boy in the early 90s, Clinton era. But Ready to Go. Get it up for that song. And then the last one, just in honor, because I don't think I brought him up yet, which I should have. I think I have, but I'm going to again. Viagra Boys. You guys got to check out Viagra Boys because you would have heard it if I did. I'll go back and look. You go back and look. We'll talk on the next one. But I accidentally came across Viagra Boys and the song Sports. I think like last summer, maybe last fall. But it was just such an amazing song. And I swear it's in a Nike commercial now. And if it's not in a Nike commercial, there's a song in a Nike commercial that they ripped off, and to make it sound just like Viagra Boys with a V. But Sports is good. Research Chemicals Ain't Nice. Yeah. All those songs by Viagra Boys you got to listen to. Stay tuned for more Reg in the Zoo. Sure, next episode we'll be back. I'm actually off Monday, so I'm going to be kicking it. I'm going to keep making some more videos and stealing some people's footage off the internet. It's the Wild West, as Jay-Z said. Shout out everybody making music and performing for Porch Fest. Shout out all the fucking people that don't live here that came down for it and taking up all the parking, because I'm sure that'll be great. Hopefully they give out parking tickets to them, since they love giving them out to the people that live down here. We're at the home studio, so we can talk about these things. Got a ring light. Got a USB mic. Gonna keep trying out new stuff. Expect to see more and more. I'm gonna work on the video now so we can take a look, practice that a little bit. Stay tuned. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next 22. This was 21. Third Tryin Times. All Seeing Eye. Tryin Tie. Give it a try. We'll see you. Have a great day. Love you.